What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're having a great day today. So today's video is kind of spur of the moment. I'm recording this at like 11:45 at night, which I usually don't ever do, but you know, sometimes I have to kind of make videos spur of the moment. I apologize for all the mess behind me. We've been remodeling my bathroom here at the house, so a lot of my garbage and stuff like that from my bathroom is in here, like my towels and like dirty clothes and my clean towels over here in the corner. As you guys can see, my computer's moved because I got a new PC over the weekend, which was great. I was really excited for that. So if you guys watch RT2, you guys will see kind of the process behind this and where this pretty much came from, because as you can guess, it came out of nowhere. If you guys saw my stream on Saturday, the subscriber game night stream, I pretty much had it behind me the entire time, the processor and the motherboard, showing that off. So if you guys watch RT2, you guys can watch the full construction of my processor, of my computer. That'll be dropping hopefully sometime this week. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But today's video is about the truck, of course, and I'm going to apologize right away for how filler content this video is going to be. I really don't like doing filler content, but when the truck's down for 3 weeks, I mean, it's what I have to do. So yeah, let's go through kind of a current status report on our issue at hand, which is this right here, which if I open up the shop tile, I can show you guys the stupid hose that is about like 4 inches long is why my truck's been down for 3 weeks. Now people are right away going to say, Jordan, why don't you just go to AutoZone and get universal hose and bend it and put it on your truck? So let me go through the whole story and why my decision process went that way and why I'm still not buying that universal hose right now. So I took this in its current condition in the shop tile. This is the very same shop tile to AutoZone last week. Today is a week from that. And I walked in there and I showed them this hose and I was like, is there anything we can do about this? I have this hose that blew a hole through it. Is there anything we can do universal or anything like that? So he takes it and he goes back. He comes back with a couple of already made bent hoses and everything. He's like, oh yeah, if you cut it right here, that'd be good. He's like, measures it. He's like, wait, no, you can't. He goes back. I guess he didn't even look at the universal hoses or something, or just noticed that the hose is actually molded in this one. So obviously that might be different. I really don't know anything about hoses, so I really couldn't tell you. So anyway, he takes it, looks around for a while. I was there about 30 minutes, really, not waiting for 30 minutes, but at the store for the moment I walked in the door, the moment I pulled into the parking lot to the moment I left. So it was about a 30-40 minute wait, if that really. So I was sitting there and he comes back with my shop towel and hose and he says, we don't carry anything like that. I can't find anything like that in the system. It's a molded hose. He didn't really specify too much more about the fact that it was molded, but I assume that's why he didn't go after the universal stuff, because I did try to point out, hey, is there any hose that you can bend for this? At least I did to the best of my abilities at the time. And he's like, your best bet's going to be to go to the dealership. And that's where that ended. And the reason I didn't go to any other stores was because when I'm told to go to the dealership, I assume that many other parts stores aren't going to carry anything like this. That if they can't do it, well, that sounded horrible, then obviously that's going to be kind of a struggle. I'm not going to have an easy time finding this. I couldn't find hose diagrams anywhere. Even I bought a Haynes repair manual the day I ordered this from Ford, and it didn't even have a hose diagram. I had to use Ford's website itself to find the part number for this hose, and they, of course, were the only people that carried it. So I was like, okay, you know what? OEM parts are the best for stuff like this. Universal hose is hose, sure, but I wanted the true, perfect fit OEM spec part, which is why even now I haven't gone to any other stores and requested universal hose. Could my truck be back in the road now? Sure, but it would not be the OEM part that is meant for that OEM specification that I wanted. I'm usually not a stickler for OEM. I really don't care half the time. But for whatever reason, when it comes to a cooling system, I don't play around. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather get the OEM part, even if it's going to take a minute. I was expecting 3-day turnaround at most. That was a week ago. And here we are 1 week later. Ford had not even fulfilled the order. It is still showing us processing. And my truck's still broken and still waiting for the stupid 4-inch long hose. So why haven't I gone to the stores? Why haven't I gone and gotten universal hose? And that's literally it. I wanted to have the OEM stuff. I wanted to have the perfect fit part. I didn't want to do any jank bending of hoses to make it work. I wanted a true OEM part. It's a molded hose. I don't know. Like I said, AutoZone made it out to be this, you know, special hose that they can't universally create and cut and bend and whatever. So that's why I went with Ford. It's OEM parts. It's probably the best quality thing I can do for something like this. I even bought brand new clamps because, as you guys can see here, we think the issue is, as you can see, this is where the hose was. This is where the hole was that blew out. There was a worm gear clamp on this, and we think that that was the exact issue on why this hose blew out. Pretty much my dad had broken the other snap ring kind of deal it had for that clamp that was, like you can see right here, it's not like chewed up like this is. And we think that he used a worm gear clamp as kind of as a backup, because we didn't, you know, obviously he snapped it. I mean, he didn't have a backup. So that was, you know, that, and we thought it'd be okay. But apparently it may have blew the hole on this thing, and that's our issue. So, you know, you live and you learn. You know, obviously my dad doesn't mess with cooling systems all the time. The truck has been a nightmare of a cooling system situation. The thermostat housing failing so many times. So that explains literally why that's been an issue. But that's kind of the gist of the whole situation. So AutoZone went some of the universal hose, so they told me to go to the dealership. I went to the dealership, ordered the OEM part, because obviously if they are not recommending or not doing universal hose, then for me, I mean, why not just go ahead and get OEM? Now Ford is dragging their feet, which is of course keeping the truck down longer, and is therefore sending me closer and closer to losing my absolute mind, because I would love to have my truck back right now. There's so many things I need to get done. So many things I need to deal with that truck right now. I need to go and, you know, get the emissions done. The emissions are due in a week, and we've reset the code a few times on it because the lean codes are restoring with the intake on it. So I need to drive it to get the ECU ready to go get emissions done. I need to go get the emissions done and then get my tag renewed. I mean, it's a nightmare right now. It's like, that's like the biggest thing about it is if my tag expires before I can get the hose done, I put the hose on, I can get pulled over, possibly arrested for my tag expiring while I'm on my way to go get emissions done, to have the emissions done, to go get my tag renewed. I mean, it's literally just this big cluster of things, and that's what's really making me antsy about it, and why I'm so frustrated about it, and why I'm so kind of annoyed with this whole scenario, whether it be the fact that Ford's dragging their feet or just, you know, any sort of negative things coming my way over this. You know, it's very frustrating because I just want the best quality parts. I want the best quality parts. I don't want to deal with this again, because I don't want to get Universal, do some jank crap with bending it and then it breaking the hose somehow or whatever. So that was kind of that. That's kind of the story about the hose thing. So like I said, I apologize for how filler content, how annoyed I am with right now. Like I said, this whole thing is driving me bat. You can complete the rest of that phrase. But, you know, stuff like this happens. You know, we're in the middle of a global pandemic, and stuff like this is going to happen, unfortunately. So, yeah, to close this video out, I wanted to ask you guys, what all you guys want to see more right now while the truck is down. Of course, I did something very similar to this when the FBO setup was being worked on. That took a little bit longer than I expected. What do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see more like the subscriber game night kind of stuff? Maybe do multiple a week? Should we do something more akin to getting a car review done in Hayden's Ranger, for example? I know referenced in the last video, but I want to know what you guys say to that, because I obviously you guys love the truck content, right? So why not do a review on a truck and do kind of the opposite of when Hayden drove my truck. You know, I drive his and give you guys my perspective and my feelings on it. Obviously it's going to be different than mine, but obviously, you know, I want to try to make content that is still good for you guys. I hate making filler content like this. It really bothers me, but like I said, I've promised you guys, you know, 3 years now, almost 6. I'm working on my 6th year of YouTube this year, that I would upload every day. Not every day, but, you know, all the days that I upload, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that's something I've stuck to, and I don't plan on ditching it, even with my truck being down, because most of the YouTube channel, if you take a break, your channel's dead. So I'm not trying to risk that. I don't want to kill my channel when it's been growing so well, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys on Wednesday with hopefully a much better, much happier upload. Hopefully I'll have good news from Ford on the stupid parts that has held me down for 3 weeks. But anyway, I'll see you guys then. Take care, everyone.